David.
And this is Björn, and we're from SOILWORK, and you're watching Stormbringer TV.
Okay, hello you guys. How are you doing today?
Fine.
Good. We just arrived about half an hour ago. We played Portugal last night, so we got up like 3 in the morning and yeah.
So almost no sleep.
No.
About 1 or 2 hours. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like one of the original melodic bands there in Sweden. And what would you say, how was the start there? How was the scene there when you began to play?
Hard to say. I mean, we're from a town called Helsingborg, which is I would say 3 hours drive south from Gothenburg. I mean, we were really into the scene, and I guess we were somewhat part of the scene as well. You know, in the mid '90s. I would say that like back then, like most of the bands were sounding very similar. It was really about mixing kind of the Swedish style of death metal with the first wave, with Entombed and Dismember, with more twin guitar harmonies. That's how it really started, and then it kind of grew. And I would say that nowadays, like the scene is more interesting, it's more diverse, you know, compared to back then, you know. But it, you know, it was definitely a very cool time, you know, to be part of that whole scene, you know.
Yeah. Awesome. And can you even imagine your first show abroad? Do you remember that?
Yes. I wasn't a part of it, but
No, you were not a part of it. Yeah, I do remember it very clearly, actually. It was in Belgium, '98. It was...
Did you have leather pants?
I think I did.
Oh.
Yeah, you did?
I actually had hair, too. Yeah, I did.
And you were wearing leather?
And pyramid studs, yeah. Yeah, I was wearing leather, and it was around...
True metalhead.
Yeah. Still am though, kind of, sort of. But anyways, but yeah, back then that was right around when our first album was released, our debut album, Steel by Suicide, and that was in Belgium at a festival called With the Dragon's Blaze. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, it was. We were really excited, obviously, you know, first time outside Sweden. So.
Can you I'm sorry. Can you remember the point when you thought, now it's gonna be a real band? Like now you're really starting to be a musician? Like a job?
Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, the first time I felt it was when we got to tour in Japan in '99. That was kind of like the first step. You know, that didn't really mean that we were gonna be able to live off the music. But it was definitely a step, you know, that we've all dreamed of. You know, come to Japan that early in the career was a big thing, and I think we slowly started getting into becoming somewhat professional musicians around 2002, 2003, and I do remember because I was like a teacher's assistant back then, and I was working with socially troubled kids, and I do remember when I walked into the principal and said, "We have a lot of tours coming up. I don't think I can work here anymore."
Okay.
So it was kind of it was obviously a great feeling, but also kind of sad at the same time. I don't. It's kind of mixed emotions, but obviously it was a victory in many ways, you know.
And then just put on your leather pants and walk out the office.
Yeah.
Dressed up there and just walked out. It's pretty awesome. And your latest album is called The Living Infinite. How were the critics for it?
The critics?
Yeah. What did the fans also say?
The reaction, so far it's been really good, I think. I mean, I haven't heard anyone complain about it so far. And it's been over 1 year now since it was released, so I guess at least for us personally it's been a success, and I guess people seem to like it as well. So
yeah, religion is sometimes a topic, of course, in metal. What do you think about it? About religion in general?
That's your topic right there.
yeah, personally I'm against all forms of like organized religion. I don't mind people being religious, but I don't think religion has brought any good to this world, and especially when religions are like interferes with politics, it gets really nasty in a way. So personally, I'm an atheist, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. I second that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have a special moment which you comes to your mind immediately for in a tour or something, or with a special band you played you always wanted to?
Any band that we want to tour with, or
Yeah,
that
you
we-
were already.
I guess you have more memories.
Yeah, there's a lot of memories, obviously, but there's kind of a fresh one, and that was when we played Hellfest this year. And our bass player, Franck, decided to jump in the middle of an intro and actually went right through the stage, 2.5 meters down. He broke through the whole stage and brought the monitors and the microphones. So he was underneath it all. He was, he was covered in all the gear. So it was pretty.
He was still trying to play.
Yeah, he was still trying to play.
Fell through the stage. He was like 2.5 meters
where are we
down.
in the
He was
song again?
He was
It's
still
like,
trying to play. And he's a big and strong guy. Had he been a small guy, he would probably died, or at least he would
most
have
likely
broke something. But
Was he hurt a lot?
no, he survived.
Just a few bruises. It was nothing bad.
No.
And yeah, let's go back to the album. What meaning does the title have for you?
Oh, the title of the album. Well, basically, I wanted to make somewhat of a conceptual album about the ocean. I was born and raised by the ocean, and it's kind of hard to explain. But like the latest years, I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of we all do a lot of thinking about existential things, right? Existential thoughts and matters, and that's really what it's about. And I think the ocean is kind of a good symbol. It never takes the same shape again, and at least for me, when I look out over the ocean, it makes me think about a lot of existential,
And it's also the first double album in melodic metal history, I read.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, we didn't know that when that was the label who actually told us that. Are you aware that this is going to be the first? No, we were not aware, but that's awesome.
And how come that it's a double album?
Because I think we needed to do something special. We've been around for a while, and this is our 10th album, I think, and I don't know, it just felt kind of boring to just do another album, just a regular album with 11, 12, 13 songs, and that's it. There's been a little bit of lineup changes and a little bit of slight turbulence in the band. Nothing bad, but I think we needed to every member needed to step up and kind of contribute to the sound, and I think that's exactly what happened. It was a band effort, when we started writing the new album, and I think we're six people in the band. We have pretty different backgrounds within the rock metal genre, And if we're gonna make it a double album, it needed to be diverse, and I think that's exactly what happened. You know, and you know, David coming into the band as well brought a lot of fresh blood into the sound.
Is it actually getting harder to find new elements in your music, to discover some new stuff, also compared to other bands, because there are so many?
I guess it's. I mean, personally, it's probably more a case of it getting easier, because we're all like Björn said, we're all like, we have very different backgrounds and we all have very diverse tastes when it comes to music. So I guess whatever we're doing in the future, it's going to be more diverse, because we'll probably learn to incorporate that in a sort of metal framework.
And we always find, you know, we never really discuss it. You know, we never discuss how the next album is going to turn out.
Just do it.
Yeah, because we have somewhat of a mutual vision how we want things to turn out, but we don't really discuss it. We just kind of know, because we've been playing together. I mean, David just recently came into the band, but he's been with us before and doing session work on tours as well, so we know each other really well already. So it's I don't know, it's just
get along all very well within the band.
Yes.
Do you get along?
Yeah, actually, I think this lineup feels pretty solid. we all get along, and we don't fight much.
Same thing, you know, I'm sure people have told you before, but it's really like a relationship. You got to, you know, keep it interesting and kind of maintain the relationship and kind of find.
Sounds romantic a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it really is in a sense. Yeah, yeah.
And what are you up to this year? What are your plans?
We don't have a lot of plans. We've been doing like a couple of festivals this summer. It's the second festival summer for the latest album, and then we'll do Loud Park in Japan in October. We haven't been there for a while, so that's going to be very exciting. And after that, I guess we'll start writing on a new record. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.